Okay, shalom. Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Rakakadash. Okay, double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, our elders of GMS. Okay, and salutation, peace, and blessings to the hopeful elect of the children of Israel. Okay, I'm going to try and examine this, Lord willing, in the spirit of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Examine this, the characteristics of the modern day Israelite woman. Right? And remember, this is part of the curses of us men going off and not hearkening to the warning of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in our past, which has come to haunt us even to this very day. Right? And one of the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has punished us and cursed us as clearly, as obviously, as through our women. Okay, which they are so earnestly on denying that they're cursed and that we're cursed. Right. But again, through the spirit of Yahweh, Hashem Yahshua, see what I can do in examining the scriptures here, which pretty much is going to help explain the video I'll be showing you. Okay, so it says here, this is Sirach 26, and if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through over much liberty. Okay, let's examine these words here. Shameless. Clearly, there's a movie out or a drama series, 11 seasons, called Shameless. I didn't even know that. You can see that wild behavior here. Mm. Okay, what's it mean to be shameless? Of a person or their conduct characterized by or showing a lack of shame. Okay? A lack of shame. What does it mean when someone is shameless? Having known shame, insensible to disgrace, a shameless braggart, showing lack of shame, the shameless exploitation of workers, shamelessly. Okay, so you pretty much get the point. What does shameless woman mean? Having no sense of shame, brazen, done without shame, without decency. Ooh, that's beautiful there. Without decency or modesty. Okay, and the scriptures mention her being wearing modest apparel, being shamefaced, being modesty. And this is what we're seeing is women without no modesty. This is just vexing being out in the world, period, and seeing, just being in the presence of women, period. And I don't mean you men are any better, but the focus here is on women. We already know that the men ain't shit as well. It's just a remnant of the Israelite men that's that's going to make it up out of here. It's that remnant of the Israelite man. It's a small percentage of Israelite men. But the bulk of these Israelite niggas can't make it. So again, the focus here is on the women, okay? This is much more of them than us. The quality or state of being unassuming or moderate in the estimation of one's abilities, the quality of being relatively moderate, limited, or small in amount, rate, or level. Okay, here we go. Behavior, manner, or appearance. Behavior, manner, or appearance intended to avoid impropriety, or indecency. Okay. Let me do this search here. Let me go to images here. Do I even need this even? Wow. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Gone. But it's much worse than that. Here's the witchcraft. It's that spell that Esau is putting on the Israelite woman. And she's falling right into it. This isn't reality. It never will be in a reality. Yeah. See them bald heads? You see them bald heads? This is a curse on us. See what they see beauty and beautiful. And this is what these simple-minded niggas see too. They see beauty. But this is out of order. All this is 100% out of order. And though there's some may be beautiful, but this is 100% out of order. And the young women from the child until, from young ones, from the infant to the young baby, the toddler to, preteen and adult, the young from 17, 18, 19, they're influenced by this type. They're influenced by this type. They're influenced by this type. Those that have sold their souls. KRS One. Lord. I'm talking about Beastmaster. They're influenced by this type. You see? They're falling under that spell of witchcraft. And it's worked. And it's working. So like I had to pause. I just had a smoothie about 45 minutes ago. It's starting to work. All right. So here's another one there. Heavy influence. See, that's that can't tell me shit look. That's that I'm independent look. I don't need no man look. Isn't it? You see that? You see her spirit? I don't need no man look. You know? Most High gonna put a lot of these fine on man. Need no man. Women. He's gonna put a lot of them to death. And as a matter of fact, he's gonna terrorize them before he puts them to death. You know. I'm living my best life. I'm living my best life. You know. There's grandma who don't know no scriptures. That's grandma who know all the scriptures. That's grandma. Grandma taught me the scriptures. Grandma always taught me that. Grandma, I mean, my grandmother, I remember great grandmother who was heavy into Baptist, was a heavy Baptist, and on my dad's side, my grandmother, my great grandmother, heavy Baptist, man. When they died, when they passed away, the ad goes in the newspaper, the what you call it, I don't know what you call it, the memorial, whatever. They didn't forget to mention that they were, I haven't met my mom's crib. I just saw them the other day, that they were Eastern Stars, Freemasons, the women Freemasons, female Freemasons. All right. So, going back to, let me go back. So, back to shameless. So we got the point on what shameless means. Okay. So it says here, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. And the video I have here to show you is the example of having overmuch liberty. Okay, I've already watched it. Let me abortions. Let me go back here. Okay.
All across America, you can stand outside of the abortion clinics and see a steady stream of black women coming in and out. But somewhere along the way, we got the idea that this is a white issue or a conservative.
You see that? You hear what she said? She said you can clearly see a steady stream, just like Yahweh Shem Yahushua referred to his wisdom as the river of living waters. A stream is a smaller example of a river, but that stream, which you see streams, been seeing streams, that same stream, just like a river, it's continuously running years after years after years after years. It's still there. Okay.
Issue or a Republican issue, and therefore it's not an issue that we have to be concerned about. This same attitude has allowed Planned Parenthood and other members of the abortion industry to carry out this genocide right under our very noses. Right now in America, about half of our babies are being killed in the womb.
You see, and that's because, and a lot of who you can also blame is you got to blame our people, our own people, especially the so-called leadership, those that, that should be at the gate, the leadership, the ones that that's claiming to be the spiritual leader of our people, has sold our people up the river, man. And this started a long time ago, and especially and I think today is Martin Luther King's day, isn't it? Starting with that demon, Martin Lucifer King, that nigga was a piece of shit, And
in certain parts of America, more of our babies are being aborted than are being born.
When 17,000 aborted babies were found in a dumpster outside of a pathology laboratory.
And that's when you come into play here. Let me see if I can spell it right. accountability, the fact or condition of being accountable and responsibility. Their lack of accountability has corroded public respect. What accountability really means. And listen, and as far as repenting, these people, they're not going to repent until, like I said, the day that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai visit them. They're not going to repent until then. Just like I was told by this witch, has multiple baby daddies. She says she wasn't a whore, because as far as because I gave her the word, using the scriptures. I was using the scriptures as my base. She says she wasn't a whore, so she's not taking accountability, because they're not taught having multiple baby daddies is wrong, though in their spirit they feel that they know it's wrong. They don't see that it's wrong. They don't sleeping around multiple men after men after men. They don't see there's a problem in that. So again, they're not repenting, meaning they're not taking accountability of their own actions. All right.
In Los Angeles, California, some 12 to 15,000 were observed to be black. Irma Clardy Craven, Chairman, Minneapolis Commission on Human Rights and Secretary of the Urban League.
To understand what the agenda was behind the legalization of abortion, all you need to do is look at the statistics from the U.S. government. Studies from the CDC show that prior to the legalization of abortion, approximately 80%
prior to the legalization of abortion,
of all illegal abortions were done on white women. One study in New York even found that white women had 5 times as many abortions as black women. But at the moment abortion became...
So that's pretty much how still that privilege, that white Edomite privilege coming into play there. So remember, it was illegal.
Legal, that began to reverse.
So
and that's why
legal.
the legalization of abortion was so crucial for the eugenics movement. Legalization created the ability to market abortion in the black community. And from a eugenics standpoint, that changed everything.
These people cannot have it both ways. First, they say that birth control will reduce the number of abortions. Then they flood our neighborhoods with birth control clinics. And what's the result? Our abortion rate skyrockets.
Okay. That's also in the scriptures too, making themselves sterile. Abortions as well, sterile, not even being able to produce,
So either they lied about the fact that birth control would reduce abortions in our...
Let me see. I can't remember where that word is. I know it's here. Let me dive it back into this again. I thought it was Exodus. Exodus 23 and 26. There shall nothing cast a young, nor be barren in thy land the number of thy days. And it's that word barren. Is it barren that I'm looking for? Barren or sterile. There it is. A car. Barren, sterile. Here we go. Birth control.
Skyrockets. So either they lied about the fact that birth control would reduce abortions in our neighborhoods, or this is the results and the purpose they wanted from the beginning. At this point, I truly have the tendency to believe the latter.
There you go. There you go. So, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Liberty is for freedom. Watch over an imprudent eye. Let's get that one. Well, watch over an imprudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. And trespass, that's adultery. Don't be surprised. Because if we lack of power, that's another curse that we have. That power. Power, man. When you have power, you notice when you have money, you see them flocking, and they appear to be obedient to you. Until someone else with more power comes along. That's how the woman is, man. Or something new comes along. You can think you can have that magic penis all you want. That's how we think in our minds, We got the magic one. We got that all-powerful rod, man. And, and a lot of men are affected with that illusion that, I'm doing it right. My woman would never do that. My youngest is learning it a lot quicker than my oldest, but it ain't something that you wish on them, but you have to give them this. You have to warn them of this. We're under the curses, and you're an Israelite, and you're under, whether you accept it being an Israelite or not, these curses is going to cling unto us, man. But my youngest seems to be learning it a lot more than my oldest, as far as dealing with the woman, man. As far as dealing with women, man, he's catching a lot of the negative. But at the same time, he still had these women, they flocking after his young buck, man. All cut up and tall, and cut the hell up, man. Lean, got a decent job. He's working, and but at the same time, he's starting to notice that these women ain't shit. And he's only 22. That's my youngest son. All right. So now in all these years, like I said, he seems to be seeing it a lot more than the older one. But not that the older one don't see it. He's married, and he's committed to his wife. They seem to be committed to each other. But like I said, this is what I warned him over. Watch, and like I said, you don't have that magic rod, and you don't have. And again, we don't want to wish this upon them, but it's watch over an imprudent eye. These women are, especially if they have freedom, they have making them big money, and there's nothing you can tell them. There's that day they're gonna eventually wake up, and I'm the breadwinner. I make my own money, Watch over an imprudent eye. What does it mean? Oops. Imprudent, not showing due respect for another person. Okay. Marked by contemptuous or cocky boldness or disregard of others. Right. Was an example of impudent. An impudent person is bold, sassy, and shameless. Ooh, shameless daughter. Okay? Okay. So we got back there. Okay. Watch over an imprudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain. You see, she will open her mouth. She'll suck on anything, man. As a thirsty traveler, all he had to do is say the right things. All he has to do is say the right things. All he has to do is say exactly what she needs to hear, wants to hear, which is always a lie. When he hath found a fountain and drink of every water near her. You know, and just because she hasn't done it yet does not mean she's not going to. Again, these are just the curses, man. These are just curses. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. And a lot of these women, vast majority of them are working, right? And where a lot of them are committing adultery at, they commit adultery at work. They call it their work husband. Okay, I'm back again. Pause. I like this app. You can pause it. All right, where was I? Okay. Okay. So, again, they have work husbands, man. Or especially if you're at home and she's at work and it's a continual trend that he's not checking up on me, and he never has, never will. She's going to take that opportunity, man, and she's going to run with it. All right. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. Okay. And some are, listen, there are the worst of the worst, and there are those that are more, let's see, uh, they'll risk it once or twice. Again, there's always the worst of the worst that they're constantly sleeping around with other men. And there are those that, like I said, that, that one time, I'm gonna get even with this nigga that one time, you know. But we always, there's always those examples of the worst of the worst. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. And that's it. There are some that are less discreet than others. There are those that are more discreet than others. That's the scriptures just help me out there with the water. A silent, loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. But we have the total opposite, a loud and unloving woman. She's only loving when it's benefiting her, when it's new, you know. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her contentment, continent mind cannot be valued. But again, we're under these curses. And again, that's a shamefaced and faithful woman. I don't know that example. I've never experienced that example. I've never seen that example. Okay? We'll get that in the kingdom, but not on this side. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, because I'm sure it does. But it's so small and rare. As the sun, when it arises in the high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house. So let's keep going on down so I can close this here. And harlot shall be accounted as spittle, as a hoe. And harlot shall be accounted as spittle. But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. A dishonest woman contempteth shame, but an honest woman will reference her husband. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Okay? So a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. So we're living in that time now where our enemy, we're going to be coming, it's coming down to that head-to-head clash. You know, best believe a lot of these women, when all hell breaks loose, they're going to, a lot of Israelite men is going to get turned in by these women, man. Oh God, you know, he was wearing that thing they call a garment, but he had, I saw he had fringes on his outfit, you know. A lot of these women gonna turn their backs on men of the Lord. You know. Shit, I got my eye on my wife included. I expect it to happen. But Lord willing, it won't. Lord willing. But like I said, I expect it to happen. These Israelite women's gonna turn, they're gonna turn, man. Once the shit really hits the fan, when the heat really gets turned on, a lot of these women is gonna turn, man. You know? And like I always said, that head-to-head clash is coming between the Israelite man and woman. You know? But shame, like the scripture says, shame shall cover her. That says, where's the Lord thy power? Those that have doubt in this work, this ministry. You know? Because first of all, you're being rejected by that woman, just simple fact because you're an Israelite man. It's even far worse when knowing that you're an Israelite man and she know that you're acknowledging that you're an Israelite man. Shh. They're waiting for the opportunity to be you to be wrong. They're hoping like hell you're wrong because they can't envision the future that's coming. They can't envision the kingdom. They can't envision the prophecies. They can't see these things. And that's the last thing these women want to do is go through what's coming. You know, if they can avoid what's coming as far as the destruction and shit hitting the fan and the kingdom of heaven, they're going to choose not to go through it. And in their mind, just like these devils, man, they can care less about the kingdom of Yahweh, Shem Yahushua. They don't want to go through what's coming, you know? So again, shame shall cover thee and say, where's the Lord thy power? Okay? So, with that, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shem Yahushua. Shalom.